Well, it's Championship Sunday. It's round 38 of the Premier League. It is, I guess it's kind of a melancholy weekend because this is the last Premier League action we're going to get until August. But it is also celebratory, for me at least. Let's get into it. This is Red Card Radio's preview of Championship Sunday of round 38 in the Premier League. My name is James. I support Arsenal. With me tonight is Brad. He supports Chelsea. Down below is Sean. He supports Tottenham. Boys, it's been quite the week. It's been quite the week.
Yep. How many of those bottles have you finished off, sir?
Just a handful. One singular handful, because one fits in my hand.
Wow.
Yeah. So what are we doing tonight? We're going to talk a little bit about round 38 in the Premier League. We also have a couple news stories that we need to latch onto here that have some implications on next season's Premier League. Do we want to start in the Championship, Brad?
I think so. I think let's start with the £100 million game.
Yeah.
And all of this controversy.
So we've got a EFL Championship playoff final from Wembley Stadium, presently scheduled for May 26th, I believe. If I'm not mistaken.
It has to be. Yeah, it will be played then.
Or maybe it has to be played by May. Oh, I think it's scheduled for May 23rd, but it's it could move. And you say to yourself, well, why would this fixture move? How could this fixture possibly move? It's been on the calendar for 100 years at this point. Well, there was some corporate espionage. And I'm not joking when I use that term to describe, because Southampton were caught spying on Middlesbrough, like on their training before their playoff semifinal.
And other teams.
Oh, and other teams.
Yep. During the EFL, during the season.
Oh, so
they have
proof of at least like another few games where they were caught. Yeah.
At least 3 other games they have absolute proof that they were filming.
And then there's text messages from the Southampton team talking about Will Salt like having him like a commando, like an army soldier, but his face on top of it because he's hiding in camo with the camera watching.
Hold up. So the claim is that they have at least 3 games. I
thought it was 3 others. Sorry.
Okay, so if you're saying 3 others than this one, that would be 3 league games. They're on 80 points, right? You take away 9 points from them. They're on 71, equal with Wrexham.
Yep.
I think Wrexham should sue them. I think Wrexham should sue Southampton.
I don't know the.
I don't think.
I don't know the. I don't know how the.
Because even if you took 9 goals off of Middlesbrough, they're still above.
It's not the British judicial system. It's the. What is it? I don't know how the British civil court system. I don't know how that works because that would be civil, not legal, right?
Yeah, who cares? But. Yes,
they admitted to multiple breaches of EFL regulation. So like they said, yeah, we did that.
So they admitted it. They must have been presented with evidence and was like, yeah, it's better that we just admit to it than
Oxford United, December 2025, Ipswich Town in April 2026, and Middlesbrough in May 2026.
Okay, so 2 league games. But what I will say is, Sean, I don't know if you had a chance to see the video or the picture of what was presented to the EFL, but it's the most cartoonish spying you'll ever see. It's this dude who is
some Rocky and Bullwinkle stuff right here. Like
it's a dude not wearing any kind of disguise, half standing behind a tree with an iPhone in his hand.
Yeah.
Live streaming.
When I saw that video, I was like, when I saw that picture, I was like, this has to be fake, because there's no way. There's no way.
Speaking of Wrexham, if they pitched this for Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
yeah,
Rob McElhenney would be like, no, that's silly. That's not gonna. No one's gonna believe this.
That's too outlandish.
Yes.
Like, it's insane to me. Like the cartoon level like villainry that
Even when the
that's
Patriots got in trouble
yeah.
for their Spygate, they had the wherewithal to have a hidden camera just placed in the practice facility
Yes.
so that it wasn't an actual person standing in the woods with an iPhone.
The dude wasn't even standing in the woods. He was
No, he's
standing
standing by a tree.
he was
in the parking
standing
lot.
in a car park behind a tree. Like, it wasn't even like he was in the woods.
Yeah, he's doing one of these.
So funny.
You know what it reminds me of the Shaq meme where he's like trying to hide behind the tree, but it's
Yeah.
Shaq and he's
Yes.
enormous, so he
Yeah.
can't.
Exactly.
I highly recommend anyone to go look up that picture because it's absurdly funny.
So they have kicked Southampton out.
Yes.
They have now invited Middlesbrough back to the final. Or not, I guess not back to the final.
Yes.
I guess they were never
into the final.
They have invited them into the final, which is interesting. I think if it was so Oxford was a cup game, right? Oxford's not in the championship.
No, I think Oxford was in a
Oxford, I believe, is in League One.
No, they're in League One now because they just got relegated from the championship.
Okay, so then it can't be the 9 points that would make Wrexham.
It'd be 6.
So, I was going to say what they should do is push the final back and have Wrexham play Middlesbrough. But
even if they went to 9 points and you assume they gave them 3 3-0s, the goal difference still puts them in the playoffs.
It would still because
it's like 25-4. So it would be.
They probably looked at all this permutation and was like, okay, well then that's not what we're going to do. We're just going to put Middlesbrough.
They also can't invite Wrexham back because those players they've been on a beach. They've been on a beach somewhere.
That's been what, week and a half, 2 weeks,
2 weeks, something like that.
Middlesbrough has kept training because of this issue. The interesting piece is like they have a 4 points deduction next year, and they're kicked out of the playoffs. So like, I want to know how they got to kicking them out of the playoffs because that's huge. This is a 200 million pound game that they just got thrown out of.
I wonder if the EFL looked at them and said, "We are going to fight you tooth and nail. If you don't agree to stepping out, we're going to fight you tooth and nail, and then we're going to hit you with a massive point deduction next season. If you fight us on this, if you agree."
They're still going to fight them on this. That's the thing. They're still going to fight them on this.
Are they though? They admitted to the breach.
Right, but they're going to fight that the punishment is
unjust,
excessive. Yes,
but a normal appeal.
Here's the thing though, because you can't take points away because of the playoffs. So the season has ended, so you can't deduct points for them cheating against Middlesbrough.
Okay.
So like I think that's the only option that the EFL has is to kick Southampton out and say, hey, that game that you cheated, you forfeited, which is a 3-0 scoreline.
Yeah.
So that's how it makes sense that they're kicked out the playoffs because it's a different season. It's the playoffs.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I mean,
we would need our English football historian to know if this has ever happened before. If someone has been kicked out of the promotion, that is wild.
Hey, to Scotland next. We need the Scotland Professional Football League to come out with a similar statement. I'm going off rails, baby.
Yeah, you are.
Choo-choo.
All right.
So we've got.
Now that
who do we want? We want Middlesbrough, right?
Yeah.
We want Middlesbrough back up.
We want Borough.
Over
Hull,
nobody wants Hull City around. Nobody wants
Hull City around. Middlesbrough is the official pick of the Red Card Radio.
Yes.
Supported. They got the coolest lion logo in the entire league.
They do not have the coolest lion logo in the entire league. You filthy liar! How dare you?
But it's a red lion, which is a lot cooler.
It's not. Blue lion right there. Look at that. He's got a stick. Look, he's got a stick.
Your lion's holding a stick. Lions don't have thumbs.
True.
They can't hold anything.
True.
That's how it's a magical lion. That's why it's cooler.
Honestly, sometimes I see a dude dancing. Like a wizard holding a staff dancing. And there's like some smoke like trailing around him. I don't necessarily. That doesn't give me lion vibes.
That's such an interesting take.
That's
Well,
just
then
what I see.
just to tie a bow on it, what
Yeah.
if Middlesbrough come back up? English football will be whole again because their nickname for their national team is the Three Lions, and you will have Aston Villa, Chelsea, and Middlesbrough back in the top flight, which will be the Three Lions.
And it's coming home
There you
this
go.
summer, right? And it's coming
Wow.
home this
And it's
summer.
coming home.
Wow. To the
that
US is
would be
staying home.
that
What do you mean? It's not
that would
coming
be
home. It's staying home.
truly written in the stars. If Middlesbrough wins the final, the Three Lions is back in the top flight. It means truly written in the stars. England are winning the World Cup.
Declan Rice and Saka carry England to a World Cup title.
It would be Harry Kane.
Hey, everybody, hey, all Chelsea players staying at home. I'm down for this. Let's take a summer off.
Palmer's not going?
I don't know.
He's 100% going.
I also don't understand how Richarlison got in over João Pedro. It blows my mind.
Richarlison's not on the.
Yes, he is.
He did not make the Brazilian squad. He might want to double check. I was pretty sure I saw memes today about because Richarlison said when he had a quote of if he made the when he went to the World Cup he would not take his phone with him, and then there's been memes today about him not bringing his phone to nothing.
He did not
to
get
his
called
couch.
up.
So,
he didn't.
Yeah,
the attackers.
No, he did not get called up.
Endrick, Martinelli, Thiago, Luis, Henrique, Cunha, Neymar, Rafinha, Ryan from Bournemouth, and Vinny Jr.
Yeah, Richarlison.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But whatever.
João Pedro should be on there, but
hey, I'm happy. I mean, like I'm sad for him, but I'm happy we get rest. But he still has to get through match week 38.
Do you think he's going to get through match week 38?
I think so. I think we smash Sunderland.
I could
end up in the Europa League, win that, get the Champions League next year after we lift the Premier League trophy.
Wow, that was
a lot.
That was quite the prediction from Brad.
It was, wasn't it?
2 sentences. He went from beating whoever you're playing this weekend to winning the Champions League.
Europa League.
Yeah, but
Europa League and Premier League.
You were implying that you would win the Champions League in 28-29.
Oh yeah,
that was your implication.
That's my next step. Yeah.
So
I can assure you. Look, Brad, you don't want João Pedro on the Brazil team anyway, because when your player does well, when Romero won the World Cup, he came back and just started just absolutely destroying people. His whole attitude changed. You just started slide tackling people for no reason. You don't want João Pedro. You don't want João Pedro.
That's because he's probably better than the Tottenham team. But I digress.
Yes,
shall we get into match week 38 though? Shall we get into this last match day because it's a match day?
Yeah,
we don't have to.
It's just a single day.
Talk about it.
What's the big jeopardy this weekend, Brad? What are we figuring out? What will be decided on Championship Sunday?
Spot number 18.
Spot number 18.
The negative 200 million pound game.
All right.
There, we're talking about the 200 million. Budget stuff.
Yeah.
We have Spurs, Everton. Spurs have everything to play for. Spurs need a point to stay up. Not mathematically, but
realistically,
they need a point to stay up because 8 away. West Ham scoring 7 goals.
West Ham would need to score way more than 7 goals. They would need to score 13 goals.
Yeah. That'd be phenomenal, though. Let's go.
They would need to meet in the middle. So they need Tottenham to lose. So they can't have Tottenham lose 1-0. Everton needs to beat the crap out of Tottenham.
That's not true. Not true.
No, it's 2 points difference.
It's a 2-point difference right now. So if Spurs win, if Spurs draw, they'll be on 39 points. If West Ham win, they'll be on 39 points.
I see what you're saying, because if we lose, then the goal difference doesn't matter.
So I see what you're saying. Assuming it ends 1-1, or assuming it ends 0-0 for Spurs and Everton, West Ham would need to win by a margin of 13 goals. Well, actually, it's only 12 goals. If somehow West Ham score 12 goals and win 12-0, they will be promoted because they'll be equal on points, equal on goal difference, but West Ham will have scored more goals.
Boom.
Goals for. All right,
So,
we've mathed it. The math has been mathed.
Math is mathing. So
Okay,
West
if we
Ham.
could
So you need to beat Everton.
I can fill time while you figure out. Go back through West Ham's most recent games and figure out how many games it took them. How many games it took them to score 12 goals, like of their most recent games.
Oh,
So that way it's easier.
like when
Because they need 12 in one game, so it took them 7 games to score 12 goals or something like that.
When were
But
they? Okay,
so
I get that.
I'll be filling time while the math is doing that. So Everton at home, and by the way, I have adopted Toilet Bowl. We play at the Toilet Bowl until they either get a stadium sponsor or they just, since we're on the same property as White Hart Lane, just call it White Hart Lane if you can't get a daggum stadium sponsor. Or the stadium sponsor should just be Clorox.
Hey, I'm down.
Clorox,
I'm down for
Clorox
this.
Stadium says it's a toilet bowl. Just let's get.
Hey,
no, what's the one with the scrub and bubbles?
I got how long it took them.
Match week 25.
Whatever Saturday, January 24th was.
Oh, that was from the start of the season?
No, I went backwards from May until January 24th. It took them.
So it took them 4 months.
No,
it took them 4 months to get 12.
February 7th.
So it took them three and a half months.
Oh, Brad, they're on 43 goals. Brad, look at me. No, just look at me, Brad. They're on 43 goals score. They're on 43 goals for right now. Right?
Yeah.
So we need to know when they got to 31 goals for to get to 12 goals, right?
Yeah.
They went to 31 goals for on match week 25, on round 25. They beat Burnley 2-0 on February 7th. So on February 7th.
11 goals. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. I mathed. You're right. My math is wrong. Sorry. I was off by 2 weeks. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
I was off by 2 weeks.
3.5 months to score 12 goals, and they need to score 12 goals in one match.
Hey, anything's possible.
If you draw, if you lose, this becomes spicy. Like if Everton come out and score a goal in the first 5 minutes, OMGs.
Is this at the Hill Dickens or is it? No, it's at White Hart.
It's at the Toilet Bowl.
Okay, unfortunate.
Which he's probably not. Which I don't think you're happy about. Sean.
It doesn't help me. We have one of the best away forms of we're top 4 in away form. We are the worst home team in the league. Worse than the Molineux.
Do you know who has the best away form?
Probably you guys.
I don't actually know that to be true, but I assume it's Arsenal.
Yeah,
I don't know that to be true off the top of my head.
You get 1 week to gloat. No, actually, you get all summer. But
hey, dog, if this turns into a dynasty, I might have years. I mean, who else is going to be around next year?
Hold on. How does he go from a dynasty? He yells at me for going from beating Sunderland to Premier League champions. He's like,
yeah, now he's talking about dynasty now. Hey, but you know what, Brad? If a frog had a glass behind, it would only jump once. So ifs don't really matter.
Hey, the reason why I ask is because the word on the street is that old Pep Guardiola is leaving Manchester. He's moving out.
He is gone.
That's word on the street.
Gluco's whole project was built to take advantage of the time when Klopp and Pep were no more. So wrong dynasty, sir. It will be blue.
Well, little did you know, you hired a manager on Saturday, 1 hour after the final, when you could have just waited 4 days and hired Pep Guardiola.
True. Real and true.
Could you imagine Pep coming in? They're like, yeah, so here's all these 18-year-old kids. Can you do something?
Pep would be like, sold. Like, this would be everybody's out of here. We'll start with 0 people on the roster.
Yep.
But so that's the spiciest part of the weekend is West Ham Leeds, Spurs, Everton. Sean, do your boys get it done?
Tottenham has the privilege of controlling their own destiny. So
Yes.
we do not need help.
Yes.
That is the beneficial position, because 2 of the 3 results can result in us going through.
You just need to not lose. But do you think you lose if
But
you come
even
out
if
trying
but
not to
even if we
lose?
do lose, there still is an option of going through. That's what the advantage of being ahead is. Even if we do lose, there still is a chance that we still make it through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
100%.
it depends on what's going on in the other games. So like that's the advantage. So we have that advantage of controlling our own destiny. We don't need help.
So how do you
But do
how
you
do
think you
you
guys can just win to get this over the
the
line?
last 6 games under De Zerbi, so he's had 6 games. We have played phenomenally. The very first game was the Sunderland game, where I came to this podcast with 9 separate instances of referees screwing us over. Despite that, we were in the game the whole time. We were screwed out of a result. We lost that one. He went draw, win, and then the Chelsea was a loss, but it came with its own PGOML gripes. But my general point is, since De Zerbi has taken hold and he's had at least a week to practice for the Sunderland game, we've been playing very well ever since. So
yeah.
I have to believe with Everton, with generally nothing to play for, we should get the win and it shouldn't matter. But
No, I hear you.
But the biggest thing about being a Tottenham fan is every time you have hope, they just disappoint you. So the big, probably going to be disappointed.
Because West Ham has Leeds, and I think Leeds has quite a few injuries. And again, even less to play for than Everton.
Yeah, beyond that, like Leeds won their final game at home. They're mathematically safe. They can't attain anything other than league position. They are already thinking about their flight. They're thinking about their flights after the game is over.
If West Ham don't get a result, then that is terrible.
Yeah, like West Ham ought to get a result. So
Look, we have.
Only hope is just win, baby.
Yeah, win and
Al
you're in.
Davis.
Yeah, win and you're safe. Draw and you're safe. Just don't lose.
Just win, baby.
Yeah, just win,
Davis.
and that's kind of what I was how I was going to approach this conversation had it not been for City dropping points at Bournemouth on Tuesday. I was just going to say Arsenal just have to win and you win the Premier League. But that ship has sailed. So
I think my general point, and you probably would have thought the same thing had that situation occurred, and we were both in the same situation. As a competitor, that's all you want, right? Like that's what you do in the backyard.
Yeah.
Season's on the line, 95th minute. I've got to score. Like you're at 7 years old, you're imagining the scenarios where your team can attain glory, and then in Tottenham's case, avoid infamy. Like that, you're just the season's on the line, and it's up to me to win it or do it, or that's what you dream about.
Yeah,
like as a competitor, this is what you want.
It's bases loaded, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, down by 3. I'm hitting a grand slam, baby.
Yeah, that's it. I dream about it.
Yeah, absolutely. You just want the ball in your hand, right? You want the ball in your hand. You want to control your own destiny. And the beautiful thing is Spurs do. And so they just need to do it. They just need to do it. All right, should we reconcile picks from last week?
You want to? We don't have to.
I think I do want to. Mostly because we have to. Now, I will say it was a tremendously bad week for everybody. The highest
this week got goofy.
Yeah, it got real strange. The highest point total was 4, right? So, no one thought City would not win. Everyone had City winning. Everyone thought that either Fulham or Wolves would win their game. Only Brad, you got the Brentford Palace game correct. Only Sean got the Sunderland game right. Right, so... Oh, Brad, you were highlighting things and changing things as I was talking about this spreadsheet, and you made me think that I miscounted. But I digress. Sean and Joel did actually win the weekend with 4 correct picks each. Brad and I both had 3 correct, and Jimmy only had 2 correct. Now, Jimmy only having 2 correct actually is really important because it means I extend my lead at the top of the table. I have now a 2-point gap on Jimmy going into the final week of picks. I'm at 166 correct picks. Jimmy is at 164. Joel is at 163. Sean is at 162. And Brad is at 160 correct picks.
I think we should we should commend ourselves. Yeah, I was going to say
is this the closest it's ever been?
We started
like the short spread.
I think we started midway through last year, didn't we?
No, we did all of last. No, this is year 3.
Started midway through the
This is year 3.
The previous season. Yep.
Yeah, because Joel won the first one. I won the second one.
Oh yeah, we
find out the winner next week.
Okay, yeah, this is okay. Oh man, when you guys get a chance, when you guys get a chance, go back and look at the sheet: win, lose, draw points. It's God.
Did you love mine? That's when I did it, right?
It's disgusting. Oh man, we should publish that so people could see it. Oh man, that's funny. Our new sheet is so much better. Yeah,
I don't understand what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, like it is true. Our picks. Let me look at last year's picks. How close was it? Last year we got way more picks right. Jimmy won with 191 correct picks last year. So we've all regressed in terms of our correct pick total. But
this season's just been weird.
What I will say is that I'm currently in the lead with 166 correct picks. Last season I had 162 correct picks. So year over year I've improved, but I'm in the lead now. So all of you guys regressed. So
it's been a crazy year.
It has been
a crazy year.
Crazy year.
Especially when there's 3 results, to be at 43, 44% is very impressive.
Yeah.
When there's 3 possible results.
Yeah. Yeah. Joel is still pick percentage king. He missed a week. If Joel hadn't missed a week, he would be in the lead by probably a point or 2 points, depending on.
No excuse. I made picks from the Caribbean. No excuse from Joel.
Yeah, Joel. What the heck, man? No excuses.
Joel, how dare you?
No excuses. All right. If you have any interest in what we're doing, join our Discord community. You'll see people furiously making picks Saturday morning at 7:37 as the game week has kicked off. But we make picks every week, and
10:37.
We do that in our Discord. So 10:37.
It's all the matches kick off at 11 a.m. Eastern time.
I was making a generalistic comment about a normal Premier League weekend starts at 7:30 for us, because we're East Coast America. All right, that's all we got. Join the Discord. Enjoy the. There's a cup final this week. I think Villa are playing. They just played in the Europa League final on Wednesday or Thursday. Next week after this, we've got 2 European finals in the Conference League and the Champions League. So I don't know what our plan is for next week. It might just be one episode. But you'll want to tune in for that. And then I guess in a couple weeks, we'll start talking about the World Cup. I guess.
Yep. I guess we got to.
I guess I need to go see if I can find a USA kit somewhere.
I think that's going to be my kit this year.
Are they any good?
I like the Stars kit.
Do they look good? Do they look good? Okay, maybe
the
I'll like
Stars kit is fire. I think I'm going to get that.
All right. Well, you'll have to tune into Red Card Radio's World Cup coverage in the summer. Maybe we'll send somebody live on scene somewhere, but it's not going to be me. But until then, I hope you guys have a great week. Enjoy the football this weekend because it's the last weekend of Premier League until August. So enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it, and you should too. Hit us up on social media. That guy up top is at KSBradG. He's that way, actually. Down below is at Whiteheart_Sean. I am at James Tiffany. Collectively, we can be reached at Redcard_Radio. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate everybody who listens. And we hope you come back next week. Until then, have a good one, and we will speak with you soon.